Hey everybody, it's Bob Negen, and in this episode of Real Retail TV, I'm going to discuss the acceleration of retail in 2021. This is sort of one of my predictions for 2021. It goes without saying that 2020 was an interesting year. And 2021 will prove to also be an interesting year. But I believe that trends that started in 2019 and continued in 2020 are only going to accelerate in 2021. What are these trends that I'm talking about here? One trend is that Amazon's not going anywhere. Amazon will continue to grow. Amazon will continue to be a tremendous force in retail, and there's not one doggone thing that we can do about it. Amazon is here to stay. We just need to recognize that they just don't give a shit about the communities that they sell to, the people that they sell to. They are not good for the communities in America. But they are what they are. And complaining about Amazon is like walking out in the rain and complaining about getting wet. They are part of the competitive landscape, and they're going to get more and more powerful. Second trend is that independent brick and mortar retailers, yes, I'm talking to you if you're watching this, that we are going to become stronger and better and a more important part of the retail landscape than ever before. People have come to realize how important you, Mr. or Miss independent brick and mortar local retailer, are. You know, I've always supported local, but I've never been a big fan of the shop local movement. It's not that I disagree with it. I've just never been a fan of trying to intellectualize people into behavior. And that's what I felt was happening with Shop Local. You know, you need to shop local to keep your dollars local. That's not a great real appeal, in my opinion. A great appeal is you need to shop local because your local stores are the best option. Your local stores are the coolest stores. Your local stores are the stores that you're going to have the most fun in. That's the attitude that I like, that emotional attitude. And I think that, well, I'm quite sure that one of the things that came from this pandemic is people really understood at an emotional level how important their local retailers were to them. I have heard so many stories of retailers just being profoundly grateful for the support of their community, that their communities rallied for them, that they've done such a good job through the years, and they were being repaid with loyalty, with money. And I think that people understand the importance of local retail. They understand that local retailers are indeed the heart and souls of their community. So that trend, the importance of retail, independent, local retail to the community, is going to become even more important and highlighted. The third thing that the sort of trend is that it's the acceleration of the demise of bad stores. You know, it started in 2019, continues in 2020, and will accelerate in 2021. What am I talking about? Department stores. You know, department stores have basically sucked for a really long time. If you've been in a department store, you know, you can walk around for, 20 minutes and not see a person. You know, the merchandising was poorly done. The assortments were kind of, they just weren't good. And so it's going to change. Their demise is going to accelerate. Mid-sized chains, They talked about the retail apocalypse in 2019. That will accelerate. Why? Have you been in some of those stores lately? I mean, God, there's light bulbs out. It's dungy. It's dingy. The service is indifferent. The business model doesn't hold up. The stores are bad. They're going out of business faster rather than slower. So when I talk about the acceleration of retail, what I mean is that the stores that were already slowly going out of business are going to accelerate. That their demise is going to accelerate. But I also mean that there's an acceleration of success. That the independent retail businesses, and I hope I'm talking to you, that have embraced this omni-experiential future, that have recognized that people want them, people need that, people don't need them, but people want to shop local. People want to shop in a good store. They want to have a great experience. That those people, and again, I hope I'm talking to you, that your success is going to accelerate. I was on the phone this morning with someone who owns a client who owns a couple of beautiful, wonderful, wonderful gift stores. And she was up 30% this year, right? 30%. Really got on e-commerce for the first time this year, social selling for the first time this year, got really, really serious about making her team great this year, up 30%. And what I said to her is, if you're up 30% this year, 2021, you're going to be up another 30, maybe even another 50. What do I mean? It means that people are responding. People want what you got. People want a store with soul. They want a store with personality. They want an experience that makes them feel good. And when this pandemic ends, people are going to die to come. No, that's not the right term. People are going to be anxious and glad to come into stores like that. Stores that give them a feeling. Stores that give them an experience. Stores that meet them where they want to be. And so that's just really what I wanted to share with you today, that 2021 is going to be really kind of two parts. The first part is pandemic, and that's going to be what it's going to be. But I really want you to recognize that there is an acceleration in 2021. The acceleration of the demise of bad stores and the acceleration of the success of good stores. So the final thing that I want to sort of share about that whole idea of acceleration is, while I am incredibly bullish on the future of independent brick and mortar retail, and I have never been more bullish, I do want to say this, that the acceleration is only going to come to those merchants who are good. No room for hobbyists, no room for chumps. Now is the time to play hard. Now is the time to become a pro. Now is the time to shore up your weaknesses. Now is the time to accelerate your strengths. Now is the time to invest in your knowledge and your wisdom. Now is the time to quit thinking of yourself as a store owner and start thinking of yourself as a retail professional. Because again, it's coming, baby. It's coming. It's coming in the most beautiful way possible. But the question to ask yourself is, are you prepared for it when it comes? So I hope that gives you some things to think about going into 2021. I always love to hear what you have to say. Put your comments down below. I'm Bob Negen, and I'll talk to you next week.